Okay, it seems like the game has started while I was still chatting with the guys. All right, let's see. We're still on the Necro and we're still on the Warrior, so they didn't change anything in terms of professions.
I think Boon Control knows exactly what ArenaNet did, so it's looking like they're going to be able to counter it. As you can see, they're just storming the center right now. They know that that is a very pivotal point to this game. And we got a Lich in the middle of it now, which is going to give a lot of damage and a lot of crowd control in there.
So it seems like, as we can see, Boon Control is doing a similar tactics. Like they put a Guardian there, right in the center. What is the reasoning behind like this tactics of putting that Guardian in that position?
With the Guardian, they're also pretty defensive. They're able to absorb a lot of that damage. As you can see, they're elite. They throw down that big shield, that bubble, and it just bounces everything off. They've also got the ability to put a wall down in front of them, which whenever arrows or fireballs, any kind of projectiles or anything like that, it'll reflect and bounce right back into their face. So a Guardian is very well defended. So you put them in the center point, maybe throw in a Warrior or maybe an Elementalist to put some DPS in there. And the assisting that they can do, it hurts. They put out a lot of damage when the two of them are together. And as you can see now, it looks like there's only 1 point neutralized. And it does like Boon Control is going to be getting it. Oh, but there's a Trev shot right there, as you saw, slamming him down to the ground. This is definitely going to be a close game. As you can see, it looks like Chaplin's here. He's hanging out in the center, probably waiting for anybody trying to take it, because we know that that's an important part to have in this match. There's a window breaking right now, which is always fun to do because it opens up a new pathway that you can use to get around the map, so that way it's not the same path. You can always figure out which way you want to go. And if you know that there's enemies there in the center, you're obviously not want to go head on into them because they're well defended and they're well set up.
I mean, that's an important point, right? We haven't mentioned that we have destructible environments in our PvP maps, which opens up new paths. It allows it by crushing down like a roof with a trebuchet. All of a sudden, you have like a new tactics available by using different pathing.
Yeah, there's buildings on the map. As we just saw, there was a window right there that you can kick in the window pretty much and jump on those little crates to get out of that area. We also have small teleport skills where you're able to use those to get out of combat or possibly get into combat a lot quicker and close the gap between you and your enemy, which makes it a lot easier to get into the action. And we also have buildings and pipes. There's just so many things that you can just destroy to open up new ways, to open up new tactics.
It seems like Boon Control really learned from the last game, right? This is a really close one and they're actually in the lead, so it seems like they learned the lessons out of the last match.
Yeah, Boon Control is doing a great job of taking those points, and it looks like they're leaving something or someone behind basically to constantly scare off ArenaNet. They're going to have to probably counter it by grouping up a little bit more, putting down some more Trev shots in more strategic areas. As you can see right now, it's 104 to Boon Control's 124. But there's still 1 point neutralized, but it looks like it is being contested. It looks like that there is fighting in it. As you can see over here on this monitor, it looks like there's 2 Boon Controls versus 1 ArenaNet. And that looks like it is going to not end too good. Oh, no, there's 2 ArenaNets now, but it looks like they're going to be taking one of them down. And if they get the stomp on it, then that one ArenaNet is either going to have to run or fight to the death. It looks like it's not going to end well for him if he doesn't get out of there. They're trying to stomp him, but the thing about stomping is it's difficult to do when another enemy's in the area because they'll fear you away, they'll knock you down. You know, there's so many things they can do to interrupt that long duration stomp. As you can see here, there's a standard there. It's going to be giving buffs to all of his allies. You've got Shade Form here, which gives the Necro a little bit more survivability, but you're trading out a lot of damage for that. So it's really only used in certain situations where you think that it's going to buy you that time for your allies to get up close and help you out. Oh, here's a Lich Form here. You can see him using his abilities. He's got a fear, he's got some damage. You can also summon some minions, which will give him a lot of burst, but his health is dropping quick. They are cutting him down. It's probably not going to end too well for the Lich. Oh, it's close. So now if he gets downed, if he's dead, then the downed enemy will actually be able to rally. Oh, but it didn't work out too good for Boon Control there. So 2 points are now neutralized with 1 point under control by Boon Control.
Tell me, what is this like that we see on the screen, like on the right side? Is the statistics on top of the...
On top of the screen?
No, on the right side.
Oh, the right side, we've got some kill spam, basically. It's letting you know who's killed by who and how they did it, so that way you can kind of keep track of your allies to let you know who's still in the fight. Obviously, when one of your allies is down, it's quickly changed from a 5-on-5 to a 5-on-4, which is just a huge advantage in a setup like this. Yeah, as you can see, it looks like ArenaNet is trying to powerhouse the center. I'm not sure if that's going to really pay off for them, though, because while they're doing this, Boon Control is going to be able to sneak around the sides and get the 2 outmost capture points, which is a very wise move to do, because now they've basically taken 2 points while ArenaNet is still being kept busy in the center. But it looks like that this fight is still going on here. It looks like there's 3 Boon Control in there with 2 Arena. There's a stomp, it looked like. Looks like one of the ArenaNet team is down, which means Chaplin is going to have to run, but there's a little teleport to get out of danger. He's probably going to make it out of there A-OK, but now he's out of the fight and not getting any points out of it when you got to run. So right now it looks like Boon Control has 1 point, ArenaNet has 1, with the red team's closest capture point is now 2 points have been contested. ArenaNet's holding the center, it looks like, but it is 1 Guardian against 3 or 4 Boon Control. There's a trebuchet shot blowing him out of the radius, which can almost give enough time to neutralize that point and stop any kind of points that ArenaNet's actually starting to generate. It looks like Boon Control is doing a great job of staying mobile and not dedicated. They're making sure that once they've got one person down, they start moving around again to make sure that there's no tie-ups, there's no contesting for long periods of time, which will give them a great advantage if they can keep doing that. Very close game, 250 to 284. Boon Control's currently in the lead here. It looks like that thumper turret, though. You definitely got to take that out. It's got some hit points and it's got minimal damage, but it's really that blast radius where it's knocking you back constantly. It gets really aggravating. It makes it really hard to hold these capture points with constantly getting knocked out of the ring. ArenaNet now is holding 2 of the capture points. Boon Control's got 1, but they're still managing to stay ahead. It is possible to stay ahead with just 1 capture point. You're able to do it based off of kills, but kills again are very minimal points, so you've really got to be a killing machine.
So we talked about that it's 500 points. Team that gets 500 first is the winner. Is there, like, if the match is continuing for a long time, is there like a time limit as well?
Yes, there is a time limit. These matches start out 15 minutes right now. As you can see above the 3 capture point markers up here, they show the time left in the game, and it will default to whoever has the most points at that time. I'm not thinking that's going to be the case in this game, though. This game is pretty bloody and close, but one of them is going to reach 500.
This is now the first time that ArenaNet actually got the lead, so let's see if the Boons can react and fight back.
I've seen Boon Control come back from a few close calls before, so this is definitely not over yet at all. As you can see, ArenaNet has 1 capture point. 2 of them have been neutralized now. ArenaNet is pulling ahead, though. There's a Lich right there, it looks like. He's going to try and distract him, but as you can see, his health is very low. If he gets stomped, it could be very, very bad for ArenaNet, because that could cost them more damage, more support. As you can see, the Lich form just ran out right there. He's going to try and get some health off and just get out of there to make sure that Boon Control doesn't take him out. It's better to live and fight another day than to die right there on the field in this situation.
That's very deep.
So he's going to have to back out there and choose his fight wisely, though. He's got to be careful, because when you chase, you're leaving your capture point open to the enemy. And not only that, the enemy could be leading you into more enemies. And if that ever happens, then it's a bad situation to put yourself into. You start losing points and you start, getting more deaths on your team, and that never ends good. Very close game. As you can see, the center point is still owned by ArenaNet, but it is contested. It looks like Boon Control's really trying to push hard. There's a lot more neutral capture points in this game. I'm not sure if that's Boon Control running in there and neutralizing them, and then ArenaNet showing up just in time to stop it, or if there's any other kind of tactics or strategy involved in that. As you can see, Chaplin's here. He's gonna try and help defend the center point here. It's definitely become a really hot zone. It's really a pivotal point of the game. So if Boon Control's able to get in there and really stop them from holding on to that point for a long time, they will definitely come back into this.
And here they come. At least there's one of them. There's two of them.
This will be a fight right here. This will be pretty interesting. So as you can see right there, there's a plague it looked like running around. It's constantly diseasing and just giving all sorts of horrible conditions. You never want to hang out with a plague. That's always ended bad.
It seems like the Boons came in full force. I see at least 4 of them at the center spot.
It looks like at this point, though, ArenaNet has that capture point now, so their goal isn't really at this point to kill Boon Control. It's more to just waste their time, to keep them in that area, because the longer they're staying in that capture point, the less time that they're going to have to go get their own points in the game. However, once Boon Control realizes that ArenaNet's doing that, it's going to be pretty easy for them to call in more support, and you'll see more Boon Control come in here, and they'll wipe them. Oh, it looks like Chaplin's down now. It looks like if the Boon Control is able to get a stomp, it looks like he managed to get a little bit of distance, which looks like he might just be left to bleed out, which is going to take a while. He's just going to go ahead and sacrifice himself there and just wait out the respawn. Now he's got to run back into the action, though, so it's a hard choice, because we don't want to leave the player to bleed out. We want to give them the choice just to end it right then and there so they can get back in the respawn. However, when you do that, though, you've still got to run that distance. So you really need to be sure that there's no allies around you that are going to help you get back up on your feet, because you could cost yourself a lot of support and a lot of damage doing that. It looks like Boon Control's going on top of the roof of the clock tower. It gives you a nice sight of the entire map. You can see where everybody's at, where all the points are, what ArenaNet's doing. It's very easy to pick your fights that way too. If you see one guy breaking off solo, you know that you can send a couple of people there and just wipe the floor with him.
It seems like Cap is... And yeah, Chap just captured the clock tower and evaded the trebuchet shot that was coming in.
Yeah, it looks like ArenaNet has the clock tower. He had to leave, though. It looked like there was a couple of Boon Control still in there. But it looks like they're chasing him down. 483 to 436. This is going to be a very close game.
Yeah, this can still go both ways, right? So
as you can see, you've got Izzy here. He's a beast most of the time. He's very, very difficult to kill. A lot of the times, whenever I've fought these guys, I find that it's better just to wait for the 2-on-1s, because a 1-on-1 is just going to take way too long with how some of these guys can play defensively. There we can see Boon Control kind of grouping up a little bit, making sure that they take that center point. I'm sure they're probably going to leave some defense behind, 1 or 2 people maybe to distract them.
Like 2 points, 1 point.
Oh, it's almost over.
ArenaNet wins.
Takes it one more time.
But
very
they
close
definitely
game.
gave them a run for their money, right? This was like a really close game.
Very close game.